Hello everyone. This is very interesting question. Here is a right angle triangle ABC, AIBICI, which means always A1 B1 C1 or A2 B2 C2 or A3 B3 C3 or any AIBICI will be right angle triangle inside a circle. Now length of A1 B1, that is this side, is 9 units, and B1 C1 is 12 units. Now if all AIBICI right angle triangles are symmetric means their sides are in proportion, then find area of shaded region when I tends to infinity. What is meaning of I tends to infinity? That this AIBICI, this I is tending towards infinity, means this circle inside that triangle. Again here is next circle inside under that triangle, and again inside that circle there is triangle. Again under that triangle inside circle only there is one more circle, and in that circle there is triangle, and this pattern is continuing infinite times. Then we have to find area of this shaded region for infinite circles inside itself. So we have to find this area, and here is question how we have to find this. It will be very interesting question when we start to solve this, because this will be of combination of geometry also and also of some infinite series. So let's see how to solve this question. But before watching the solution, pause the video and try yourself to solve the question. Then I will show the answer. Actually, I cannot stop you to watch solution directly, but it is preferable that you should try yourself first and then watch the video. So I am continuing to show the answer. Okay, first start with one circle and one triangle only. And now here is question how to find the area of this shaded region. Now we do this very easily. Here is circle. If we subtract this semicircle, from that circle, we get the another semicircle, and from that remaining semicircle, if we subtract this triangle as well, area of this triangle as well, then we get area of this shaded region. Then the other part is remaining. Okay, now this is also way, or we can do like this also. Instead of finding area of circle, we can find area of semicircle only, and then subtract the area of triangle from it, so that we will get the area of shaded region only. So this is also a way. You can do any way, but I will prefer this way because it saves time also and everything, and ink also. Okay, so what is the formula for area of semicircle? Area of circle is pi r square. So area of semicircle is half times pi r square. It is just half of circle, so its area will be half of area of circle. Okay, and we have to subtract area of that triangle from this semicircle to get the area of this shaded region, this type of shaded region. Now how to get that? How to get the area of triangle here? Because we only know this side is 9, this side is 12, but we don't know what is the third side. Okay, finding the third side is not very difficult. We can use Pythagoras theorem or Gogu theorem, both are same, just different name. So that A1 C1 will be under root 9 square plus 12 square, and if you calculate that, you will get it as 15. 9 square is 81, 12 square is 144, and their addition will be 225. So this will be 15. Or instead of using Pythagoras theorem, you can use Pythagorean triplets also. You can see this will fit in 3, 4, 5 Pythagorean triplet. 3, 4, 5 Pythagorean triplet. 3 into 3 is 9, 4 into 3 is 12, and 5 into 3 is 15. So we can know A1 C1 is 15. We know all the sides of triangle, but the regular formula we use for area of triangle is half into base into height. For that we have base, but how we can get the height? Okay, there are different ways, but instead of using that method, I will use the Heron's formula for area of triangle, and it is very easy. We have to just substitute these values, as into as minus a into as minus b into as minus c inside this formula. Okay, now what is as, what is a, what is b, and what is c? A, B, C are just three sides of this triangle. So A will be 9, B will be 12, C will be 15. And what is S? S is, I am writing here what is S. S is nothing but A plus B plus C upon 2. A plus B plus C upon 2. So let's calculate first value of S for these numbers. 9 plus 12 will be 21. 21 plus 15 will be 36, and 36 divided by 2 will be 18. So in this case S is 18. Okay, so just create first formula for area of shaded region. So it will be 1 by 2 pi r square minus this area, S into S minus A into S minus B into S minus C. Now we can find this area very easily because we know the radius. Oh, do we know the radius? It is also a question. Do we know the radius? Till now I have not mentioned what is the radius, but yes, we know what is the radius. How we should know? See, this length A1 C1 A1 C1 is nothing but it is diameter, because it is a property of right angle triangle that if we draw a circle around right angle triangle, that is the circumcircle of right angle triangle, we will always have the longer side, that is hypotenuse, as its diameter. Or you can say that in reverse way also. If we draw a right angle triangle inside a circle, then A1 C1 will be the diameter. The longer side, hypotenuse, will be diameter, which means A1 C1 is diameter and it is 15. So radius will be half of diameter, that is 7.5. So here radius, that is R, is 7.5. And ABC, we know that what it is. A is 9, B is 12, and C is 15. You can take in any way, any sequence, it doesn't matter, because these are just sides of triangle. And we can get area very easily, but I am not interested here. Why? Because the question is furthermore. There is again one more circle, and in that circle there is same triangle. So let's see what will happen for the second circle and triangle inside that circle. Okay, we have seen for the first part. Let's see for the second part, the second circle. But for that, do we have any measures? Do we know what is A2B2, what is B2C2, what is length of A2C2? Till now we don't know what it is, but just focus here. Okay, let me change the color of pen so that it will be easy to describe. Oh, I am just changing the color of pen. I am making it yellow. Okay, this A1 and this point, let's say it is D1. A1 D1 is the radius. Now we can say that D1 and this point is also a radius. So let's say this as E1. So D1 E1 is also radius. D1 A1 is also radius. So this is also radius, this is also radius. What it means? That the diameter of inner circle is D1 E1 and it is radius of outer circle, which means diameter of inner circle, smaller circle, is same as radius of outer circle. So if this is the radius of outer circle, radius of inner circle will be half of that radius. It will be half r. Okay, how it will work? How it will be help us? How it will help us? Okay, the first statement in the question, What it was, or not first statement, I think it was last or second last statement, that all the triangles AI, BI, CI are symmetric. What it means? They are symmetric. They are symmetric means they are in proportion. All the sides are in proportion. So if this radius is getting half, which means diameter is getting half. So this side A2C2 is getting half of A1C1. A1C1 is double of A2C2, which means A2C2 is half of A1C1, and it will imply here also, because they are in proportion, A1B1 will be double of A2B2, which means A2B2 will be half of A1B1. In same way, B2C2 will be half of B1C1. Again, if you try to increase the circles inside them, if you take third circle here, its radius will be half of this radius, that is half of half r. So it will be 1/4 of r. So that radius will be 1/4 of r. Again, if you draw here triangle, and again if you try to draw circle here, its radius will be half of 1/4 of radius. So it will be 1/8 of radius. 1/8 of radius. Which means always doesn't matter which circle is that. Always the inner circle's length, inner circle's radius is half of outer circle's radius. So for the first circle radius is r, for second circle radius is half r, for third circle radius will be 1/4 r, and so on it will continue. What for sides? What for sides? Suppose this side is A. Suppose A1B1 is A, then A2B2 will be A by 2, because all sides are in proportion. So if A1C1 is getting half, A1B1 and B1C1 will also get multiplied by half. It will also get what we can say, it also get multiplied by half. Okay, so that A2B2 will become A by 2, then A3B3 will become A by 4, then A4B4 will become A by 8, and like this it will continue. But actually we are not interested in the sides of triangles. In what we are interested in? Area of the shaded region, and for that area of triangle. So if we get sum of area of all triangles or sum of areas of all semicircles, then it will be easy. Okay, now we know for the first circle. Now I am saying C1 for not. Let's take what we can say for circle. Let's take circle 1 with radius r. What will be radius of circle 2? It will be r by 2. What will be radius of circle 3? It will be r by 4, because every time it is getting half, it is multiplying by 1 by 2. What will be radius of fourth circle? It will be r by 8, and so on it will continue till circle n radius will be r by 2 raised to n. 2 raised to n minus 1 we can say. 2 raised to n minus 1. Is it correct? Yes, it is correct, because it is 2 raised to 1 for second circle. For third circle it is 2 raised to 2. For fourth circle it is 2 raised to 3. So for n circle it will be 2 raised to n minus 1. And like this we can continue. But it is for infinite circle. So we will not use this part, because it is going towards infinity, and we cannot take n there. Okay, this is for circle. Now for sides of triangles. For first circle, what will be side? A1, not A, it is only A, B and C. For second circle, sides will be A by 2, B by 2, C by 2. For third circle, sides will be A by 4, B by 4, C by 4, and this will also continue till the end, till infinite times. Okay, now we are going to find the area of all circles. What? 1. But instead of taking circle, I want to take semicircle. Just discussed previously why I am interested in semicircle and not in circle. So I will take area of first semicircle 1, that is this semicircle, and it will be pi r square upon 2. Pi r square upon 2. What will be area of second semicircle? Second semicircle means this semicircle with points A1, B2 and C3. Okay, this semicircle will have the area of pi r square. What is its radius? It is r by 2. So the square of r by 2 will become r by 4, r square by 4. So it will be, instead of brackets, let me erase that bracket first. Okay, so we can write here r, instead of r we can say it is r by 2. So r by 2 square will be r square by 4. So we will write here r square and upon 4, and also this 2. So this 2 into 4 will become 8. So it will become pi r square upon 8. What will be area of third semicircle? Third semicircle means this semicircle with the points A3, B3 and C3. It will be pi, and what is the radius of third semicircle or third circle? The radius is r by 4. The radius is r by 4, and the square of r by 4 will be r square by 16. So it will become r square upon 16, and these 2 is also there because it is semicircle, not circle. So it will become 32, and like this it will continue till end, till infinite number of semicircles. Okay, so let's make addition of all these semicircles. Let's make addition of all these semicircles. So area of semicircles, all semicircles will be, okay, what we can take common from this? We can take pi r square upon 2 as common, and in bracket what will be remaining? For first semicircle only 1 will be remaining. For second semicircle 1 upon 4 will be remaining. For third semicircle 1 upon 8 will be remaining. And every time if you find the pattern here, oh, here not 8, it is 16 here. Every time if you find the pattern, you will be able to get it is GP, that is geometric progression. And how to get the value of geometric progression? For that I will make a separate video also, and in this video also I will explain. But for now I am keeping this area as it is. Now I am moving towards area of triangle. So what will be area of first triangle? Area of triangle 1. It will be under root s into s minus a into s minus b into s minus c. Now area of triangle 2. Oh, for triangle 2 all sides are getting divided by 2. So what will be the value of s there? Value of s, it will be a by 2 plus b by 2 plus c by 2, that is sum of all three sides, and divided by 2. So you will get there s is also nothing but s upon 2. S is s upon 2, because we can write this part as a plus b plus c upon 2, and that are the value of s. So it will be s upon 2, new s, that is s for second triangle is s by 2, and here it will be s by 2 minus a by 2 into s by 2 minus b by 2 into s by 2 minus c by 2. Or what we can do, we can take 1 by 2 from this, 1 by 2 from this, 1 by 2 from this, and 1 by 2 from this as a common. So there are 4 1 by 2, that is 1 by 2 raised to 4, and we are taking that outside the square root, so it will be just 1 by 2 raised to 2. We will take only half part outside, so 1 by 2 raised to 2 will be there, which means 1 by 4. and inside that there will be again the same thing remaining, as into s minus a into s minus b into s minus c. Again, for area of triangle 3, what will happen for area of triangle 3? For area of triangle 3, again all sides are getting half of the previous triangle. Half of previous triangle. So, what are the sides of previous triangle? A by 2, B by 2, C by 2. So, the new lengths for third triangle will be A by 4 plus B by 4 and C by 4. So, what will be value of ACE? The value of a new ACE, that is ACE3. Third triangle's ACE will be A by 4 plus B by 4 plus C by 4 upon 2. And if you solve this correctly, you will get this is just nothing but ACE upon 4. The previous first one ACE upon 4. So we can write here ACE upon 4 into ACE upon 4 minus A upon 4, because sides are getting divided by 2 of the previous sides. So it will be divided by 4 here. And B minus 4, B upon 4, then ACE upon 4 minus C upon 4, like this. And again we can take 1 by 4 common from this, common from this, common from this, and from this also, which means there are again 4 1 by 4, that is 1 by 4 raised to 4, and after simplifying that we can take 1 by 4 raised to 2, that is 1 by 16 as common outside from the square root side. And again under root the same thing will remain, ACE into ACE minus A into ACE minus B into ACE minus C, and it will continue for all triangles. Now I am getting addition of areas of all that shaded or not shaded triangles, all that shaded not shaded, or what they are actually not shaded. We have to subtract that, but we need their addition also. So area of that triangles, required triangles. So how we can get the addition? You can see this square root part is common for everything. So we can take that part as it is, ACE into ACE minus A into ACE minus B into ACE minus C under the square root. And we will multiply that by remaining part. For the first triangle nothing is remaining, so we will write there 1. For the second triangle 1 by 4 is remaining, so there will be 1 by 4. And for third triangle 1 by 16 is remaining, so we will write here 1 by 16, and it will continue. Again if you solve this, you will get this 1 plus 1 by 4 plus 1 by 16 plus so and so terms. It is again GP, and same GP we got previously. So I am writing here two formulas we got here: area of circle, not area of circle, sum of areas of circle. Not circle, semicircle I mean. Sum of areas of semicircles. And we also have formula for sum of areas of triangles. And we know if we subtract triangle from semicircle, we get the required result, the shaded part. For everything, for every circles, every triangles, the same thing. So we have did here the addition of all semicircles and addition of all triangles. So what is the addition of all semicircles? It was pi r square upon 2 into 1 plus 4 plus, not 1 plus 4, 1 plus 1 by 4 plus 1 by 16 and so on till infinite terms. Again for area of triangle we have under root ACE into ACE minus A into ACE minus B into ACE minus C into 1 plus 1 by 4 plus 1 by 16 till infinite terms. Again if you see we have to subtract this semicircle's area minus triangle's area. So when we subtract this, we can take this bracket part, that is GP part, geometric progression part, as a common. So area of this required region like this, which is shaded everywhere, area of this region will be 1 plus 1 by 4 plus 1 by 16 and so on into pi r square upon 2 under root, oh not under root, we have to subtract that, right? So let me erase this under root again. Okay, now we can continue. Okay, this bracket, and in the first part pi r square upon 2 is remaining, and in second part under root s minus a, oh s into s minus a into s minus b into s minus c is remaining. And now we have to find first the value of this geometric progression. Now it is infinite GP, so for infinite GP sum of infinite terms is a upon 1 minus r. There are formulas for infinite additions or finite additions when it is in any pattern of difference or pattern of ratios. If it is pattern of difference, then it is arithmetic progression. If it is pattern of product or ratios, then it is geometric progression. And here you can see the common ratio is 1 by 4. 1 into 1 by 4 is 1 by 4. 1 by 4 into 1 by 4 is 1 by 16. And next will be 1 by 16 into 1 by 4 will be 1 by 64, and that pattern will continue. You can check by calculating for fourth triangle as well. Fourth square, or not square, fourth circle and triangle as well. It will give you 1 over 64 there. Okay, so how will be getting this value? What is A? A is first term, that is 1 here. And what is R? It is ratio. Ratio is second term upon first term, or third term upon second term, or fourth term upon third term. It will be same if it is GP. Okay, then it is here second term upon first term, that is 1 by 4 upon 1, that will be 1 by 4 only. And 1 upon 1 by 4 means it is, oh, it is 1 minus 1 by 4, not only 1 by 4, it is 1 minus r. Okay, it is 1 minus 1 by 4, so it will be 1 upon 3 by 4, 1 upon 3 by 4. If you subtract 1 by 4 from 1, you will get 3 by 4, and 1 upon this fraction is 4 upon 3. So the addition of all these infinite numbers, 1, 1 by 4, 1 by 16, 1 by 64, then 1 by 256, and so on, it is 4 upon 3. Area of this shaded region is nothing but that infinite series. What was that value? 4 upon 3 into area of semicircle pi r square upon 2 minus area of triangle when sides are given, s into s minus a into s minus b into s minus c. Now this is a generalized form for all types of these triangles when we know the sides. So whatever side length you take, you will get answer for your shaded region using this formula. Okay, what are the sides here? It is 9, here it is 12, and here it is 15. 9 square plus 12 square is 225, and its square root is 15, so this is 15. So A is 9, B is 12, and C is 15. What is radius? It is half of A1C1, that is R is 7.5. And what is S? S we have found, it is what it was 9 plus 12 21 plus 15 21 plus 15 36 divided by 2 is 18. So value of S is 18, and now it is just substitution part. 4 by 3 pi into r square, r is 7.5, so square of 7.5 will be 56.25 upon 2 minus under root, what is S? 18, then S minus A, that is 18 minus 9, it will be 9, then S minus B, that is 18 minus 12 is 6, and then S minus C is 18 minus 15, that is 3, and we can get the value of this part now by simplifying this further. 56.25. okay, let's solve the under root part first. Then it will be 56.25 pi upon 2 minus, what will be its answer? 18 into 9 into 6 into 3. You can write this as this as I am writing it here. We can write 18 as 9 into 2, 9 as it is. We can write 6 as 3 into 2 and 3 as it is. Now this 3 into 3 is also 9. Here is also 9. Here is also 9. So it is 9 everywhere except these two numbers. So for this 9 we can take 3 outside. For this 9 we can take 3 outside. For this 9 we can take 3 outside. So 3 into 3 into 3 is 27. So we can take 27 outside. And here is 2 and here is 2. It is 2 into 2, 4. So 27 and also this 2. There are 2 2's, so we will take only 1 2 outside. Okay, so 27 into 2 is 54. So answer of this square root will be 54. Okay, now we have to simplify this again. Let's multiply everything by 4 by 3. So 56.5 into 4, what it will be? 56.5 into 4. 56 into 4 is, let's see what it is. 56.25. 56 2s are, then 4s are. Okay, it is 225 and divided by 3. After dividing by 3 you will get 75, and we have to divide by 2 also. 2 is also there for division, so divided by 2 you will get 37.5. So it is 37.5 pi minus again 4 by 3 into 54. So if you multiply 54 into 4 and if you divide it by 3, you will get it as 72. And this is the final answer, 37.5 pi minus 72. If you want the approximate answer, you can take the value of pi as 22 upon 7, but it is not the perfect value of pi, but it is approximate one. So you can take that also. And that's it for this question. If you want to try with another length of sides, you can try on your own and comment in the comment section below this video. And thanks for watching. If you like this video, if you like this explanation, then subscribe to channel Maths is Life. And if you have any doubts or any suggestions, you can always give your suggestions and doubts on this email ID omkarsambre60078 and this WhatsApp number 7588305994 in India. Thank you for watching. Like the video if you like the explanation and share it to everyone with you. Bye everyone. Thank you.